ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World Tanks. As you can see, this is Great Bob in the Centurion Mark 1. This is one of my favorite tanks of Tier 8. Amazing ridgeline fighter this thing is, and great gun. And does he have the big gun or the small gun on this thing? Wait, that's the 7.1, isn't it? My bad, never mind. Forget what I just said. It's got the big gun on it. Anyways, we also have in this game, we can hit the right buttons. We got Doc Dogood in his Ferdinand, and somewhere around here there is stats in his Tiger Pete, GW Tiger Pete, and he told me to just call him stats because I butcher his actual name when, when I try and pronounce it. We're going to drop his name map a little bit. Apparently all of our heavy tanks are going to be hovering around the base or going this way or into the middle. That's great. So we have no heavy tanks in the right locations. That's amazing. Nice shot into the Cromwell. We are going to be outflanked from their heavies, obviously, because their heavies are just going to come streaming down here. There's going to be an OHO eventually. These two are either AFK or not bright. I don't know which. Either way, it's not really helpful. And then our Tiger 2 is in like the worst possible position for a Tiger 2. He's in a great position for a Tiger 1, mind you, which is maybe what he was thinking, like, hey, maybe I'll just play the Tiger 2 like the Tiger 1, except you don't play it anything like the Tiger 1, but yeah, so our OHO has already declared himself to be dead, and then is continuing forward to make sure that he's actually dead. So, if you get in this position where you think you're gonna die, stop going forward. I mean, if you think that you're gonna die all alone without stopping the enemy advance or even slowing them down, then stop moving towards the enemy. How is this hard? This is not hard. But apparently it's hard for the OHO, who is, well, no, actually he's couched up behind some cover, so he does have a decent bit of cover. And now the WZ and the M6 have woken up. I don't know if they're bots or they're just not bright. It doesn't really matter. But they have finally pushing out. Why is there a Covenanter in this game? Because he platooned up with a Cromwell. That would be why. Yeah, so he's dead. So that's a significant portion of the enemy team. Or that's one possible tier 6 that is now, that was a tier 4 and is now dead. Our OHO is still duking it out with their WZ. He did stop pushing forward, but he pushed forward farther than I would like him to. I'd also like to see stats back over here somewhere, farther away from this crap, because this crap is going to turn into this crap fairly soon. On the upside, we did kill the entire push on this side of the map. There is still some tank destroyers up along this ridge we did harass, but that's okay. They can stay there, and we didn't actually use any help doing it. Also, our entire platoon is still alive, and none of them have lost any health, so this is actually looking pretty good so far. Stats hits the LTTB on the move. Good shot from him, or actually that may have been Doc, come to think of it. And nice job from Doc to finish it off, because of course Great Bob was going to miss that shot completely. Fairly certain Doc stole it out from under Great Bob, but that's okay. Friends share, right? That's how this works. Sitting up behind this cover, he's going to wait for the WZ to spot something. Now the WZ, if he acts anything like he has been, is, well, he's running away. Okay. He's running away from the threat so that he can make sure that his artillery gets spotted and killed first. This is obviously his cunning plan. friendly. Oh, look, the Tiger 2 died in like the worst possible spot for a Tiger 2. I wonder how that happened. Oh, there's a Jackson. And he's way too far forward. But he does get tracked. And so now the WZ... Oh, no, we lost stats. Yep, because the WZ fell back. And stats, that's really your fault, man. I know you're going to blame the WZ, and it's perfectly logical to do that because the WZ just ran away like a coward. But really, based on his movements at the start of the game, you should have predicted that he was going to run away like a coward, and you shouldn't have been there. Anyways. Oh no! The snapshot on the T-44 misses. We must... Did we get lit? It's hard. I don't think we got lit. Really? You missed two shots? Don't make it 3. I will, like... There we go. Good job. Finally taking out the T-44. Now the WZ can stop panicking so much and maybe go do his job. But I highly doubt that. I think he's probably just going to cower in the corner and suck on his thumb until the team saves him. These are the kind of people that I wish, like, your entire team could, like, vote to not get experience this game. Because when top tier heavy tanks don't do their jobs, it makes the game so much harder than it needs to be. But oh well. SU 101 is pushing for it and is going to kill the WZ by the looks of it. He does get shot by Doc, but not to the point where he's going to die. And can we do it? Yeah. No, WZ finished off the WZ. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Nice shot into the leading edge. He was trying to track him. Didn't track him. Doesn't manage to get a second shot into him just yet. And it's looking like he's going to go for this SU. Doc is trying to find the shot. Ooh, actually, Doc found the shot on the SU before Great Bob could. I was figuring Doc was trying to get the shot on the WZ. WZ misses over the top of us, and I'm betting that Doc is going to finish him off, or at least try to. Great Bob reverses over the hill. He's probably not lit, but at the same time, no, he's probably not lit. So that probably went in as long as it didn't hit the. If it deflected upwards and hit like the top of his turret, or the sides of the turret, it may have bounced off. WZ 131 scout tank goes down, and now it is a 6-on-3. But yes, we did get a good hit in, and I think probably Doc got a good hit in as well. Going for and trying to just get a killing blow in. I almost wish he was firing HE. He doesn't actually have any HE loaded or in his tank, I realize. So some ace PCR would do well right there. Ooh, shot on the move into the SU-122-44, managing to dodge the return fire, manages to get tracked by the more return fire. He's having a hard time reloading, or I guess he bounced the second and third shots. Meanwhile, Doc takes out the WZ. Another tracking shot. What is this 122 doing? And then he what, purposely makes sure that... What the heck is he doing? He's committing suicide is what he's doing. That was the weirdest suicide I've ever seen. What's that? Maybe he thought he was in a medium tank? Because, like, doing that in a crumble, I can totally understand. You can circle an enemy heavy or even slow medium to death in a crumble or something like it. ELC is hard to do it in, but you can. You can't do that in a tank destroyer with no turret. That's not how that works. That's what people do to tank destroyers with no turrets. Okay, well. And then apparently the SU is either new to this game or wanted to leave this game, this particular game, really fast and did its best to make that happen. Oh well. Whatever, right? Enemy will be stupid and you don't interrupt them in the midst of making their mistakes and let them make them, and then to capitalize on them later, right? That's how that goes. So the IS-6 has apparently run away. And I don't just mean like he backed off. In order for them not to have found him by this point in time, he must be like over here somewhere. Or I guess he could be in here, but it's unlikely. So where is he? Could be hiding off to the right here. What? Doesn't appear like he's doing that. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's on. Huh. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why he hid. It was actually not a bad spot to be hiding. A better spot would have been up here, or even actually back here. Back here, he could have jammed himself right up against the rock, and they would have had to like press in this way and to see him, or even shoot him. And they probably actually would have rolled right past him, which is actually what I think what he was aiming for. He was aiming to let them roll right past him, and then either surprise them, or just wait until the game ended. Either way, he didn't make it, and it failed. So great game. Mastery at first class, bruiser, duelist, fighter, and fire for effect. These medals have been coming out a lot lately. The last 3 games I recorded at least have had these in them, except for the fighter. The last game I think was a Top Gun. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. Good teamwork between the 3 of them. Was actually a candidate for a triple threat if they had all sent me videos, but they didn't, so oh well. Doc and Stats don't get to be stars today. Confederate and high caliber. This was well played. Managing to get a fighter and a Confederate is hard enough, though, so you had to do, when you only do about 200 average damage, getting this much damage is considerably harder than getting this much damage in a tank that does like 400 per shot. Which, it was a well played game overall, though. Both guys worked really well together, especially at the end there, and 17 penetrations. Yeah, the fact that you actually block damage in a in this thing is actually really awesome. The turret front is about the only part of the tank that will block damage, and the tracks, I think some of this is stuff that got absorbed by the tracks, so that was pretty awesome. Well done, Great Bob. Thank you so much for sending this in. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This ioEther out.